My name is Shala and I teach at the Asheville Yoga Center, also the Asheville School for Massage and Yoga. I'm sitting in a pose in yin that's called shoelace. So one knee is stacked on top of the other knee. My feet are beside my hips. If it's too much for knees, sometimes I'll sit on the edge of a blanket like this. The other fix is to just put this foot flat on the floor, especially if it's going into that top knee. It's a really great pose to open up the hips. And done yin style, it's done with a rounded spine, a very relaxed neck. But before I fold forward, I'm just going to sit up and let this be a little bit of a neck stretch and a side stretch. So I'm going to drop my head over to the right until I feel a stretch in the left side of my neck. If I wanted to go deeper, I could take my right hand out to the side and start to side bend slowly. I'm going to try to stay anchored in my sit bones. Maybe my forearm comes to the ground. I just let the left arm hang. And one thing I like to play with when I'm leaning to the side like this is to breathe into the top nostril. So right now I'm going to practice breathing into the left nostril, into my left nostril, breathing in and out through the left side only. And then I feel the left nostril start to really open up. So the left nostril is taking in more air or more prana than the right side. And the left nostril is associated with the Ida Nadi, or the energy channel of the moon. So breathing in and out of the left nostril is a breathing practice that can help cool us down or connect us to the more feminine or intuitive side of our being, our nature. And then after a while, I'll just start to fold down toward the top foot and walk very carefully around to the front. Slowly melting a little bit more and a little bit more as my hips are ready. So it could be forehead toward the knee or chin toward the knee. Or maybe some days I come into it and my edge is right back here, hinging forward the smallest amount. I already start to feel something. So the key is find where the first edge is, pay attention, breathe deep, and be patient and wait for the body to release into the next edge. And that's how longer lasting flexibility is achieved. If we don't go slowly, then the wise body thinks it's being pulled apart. So this thing called the stretch reflex is initiated and the body will knit itself back together, making it tighter than before we even began stretching. So after a minute or 2 or 3, depending on the day, I'll roll up and do the same thing on the other leg. So starting with a sitting tall, just drop my left ear to my left shoulder. And start to breathe into the right side of my neck and right jaw and right eye. And maybe even the right nostril, especially as I lean to the left a little bit. And just take the right arm and drape it behind my back and lean slowly a little bit more as my body's ready. Trying to keep my sit bones rooted into the earth so that I feel an anchor to the stretch. Right nostril breathing is associated with the Pingala Nadi, or the energy channel connected to the solar energy in us, which helps us process information, make decisions, take action. Feel strong and confident. And I can slowly round down toward my knees. And I'm pressing the floor away so that I don't go into the stretch too far all at once. I might even sway from side to side a little bit. And just let my spine sort of drape over my legs as it's ready. Noticing that one side is a little tighter, one side is a little more open. I just treat each side with equal care, but the edges might be different day to day, side to side, and moment to moment. So I might find an edge that's very deep and then need to back away and tiptoe toward that edge again. And the more I let my head relax, the more I feel the stretch all the way down to the base of my spine. And after that, I'll let my legs straighten out and flex and point my feet and maybe windshield wiper my feet. And some days I just feel the length of time on one side and the length of time on the other side. Some days they're the same and some days they're different. And some days I'll count my breaths, so I'll do 50 or 25 breaths on one side, 50 or 25 breaths on the other side. But usually I just feel my way into it and out of it. So that's shoelace in a yin way.